today's episode, I'm doing an oil service on the 350Z. I've got engine oil, gearbox oil, some moly slip, and I've got some limited slip diff oil as well. First we'll start off probably with the engine oil and changing the filter. So we'll jump into that. So after you're jacking it up, you got your under tray, and then that's your thing, your bleed nipple. Just about make out. You can up there. So I've basically just drained the oil. It's a 14 mil for the sump plug. The oil filter, that was a bit of a ball ache because the inspection hatch is hardly any room, so literally got oil all the way down my arms. Other than that, I'm just gonna top it up and then move on to the gearbox and then eventually the diff.
1 week later.
Day 2 of trying to service the car. I didn't have a siphon pump to get it from the bottles to into the fill plugs on the diff or the gearbox. So that would have been fun trying to pour it in without it, because it'd literally be just like hitting the body and then trying to get it in. So I had to buy that. That was like £8, I think. Yeah. We'll crack on with the diff first. So that's the drain, and the fill is just touching it there. I'll try and there. So always try and take off the filler, because obviously if you can't take that off and you take the drain off, you can't drive because you've got no diff oil if you take the drain out first and you can't open the filler. So crack the filler if you can, and then obviously do the drain. I presume it's the same for the gearbox as well, but I've not got to that yet. So I just took off the heat shield or under tray for the diff, 4 bolts, 2 in either side, and then it's a 50mm hex bit, I think, for the drain plugs, and then I think the drain one's magnetic, because if you focus, there's like clumps and silver on it, so not too bad. And the oil came out brown, it didn't come out black, so it's been serviced recently, or it's just not been hooned, so it's been looked after, because the previous owner, like I said, literally just took it for Nissan services and I'm the second owner, so in theory it should have been looked after. So now I'm gonna put the bung in after cleaning it and then fill it up with some Moto Gear 300 SL limited slip diff oil. But like I said, you'll need a pump of some kind to try and get it in easier. I'll put a link in the below where I got the pump from. It's a Nielsen, I think. Can't remember where I got it from, but it was like £8 and it screws onto the bottles, so it's easy peasy. So I'll crack on with that now. So I've just finished draining it and filling it. Filling it was a bit of a ball ache. The pump needs a cable tie or something on it, Jubilee clip, because it leaked when I was pumping it, which isn't great. It's green, so I'm guessing that's because it's fully synthetic, whereas Nissan, I presume, uses mixed, semi-synthetic, I guess what you call it. I'll show you all shut and done. I'm not going to bother with the heat shield again, just effort. Oh. So that's the drain bung, and the filler is that one. But yeah, I'm not bothering with the under tray because it's rusty with it on, let alone off, so won't make a difference. But yeah, that's done, so next I'll be going to the gearbox. Can't wait for that. So now I'm doing the gearbox, and I'm guessing that's the drain, and the fill is that there. Got it on 4 stands and slightly jacked. Hate being under cars. Hate it. that's the oil service done on the diff and the gearbox. Took about... How long did you say that took? About 2.5 hours, 3 hours? Yeah. Yeah, about 3 hours. Huh? Nice. Round Dave's. That's his milli on the meter. I'll put his thing on the screen and in the description. But yeah, about 3 hours underneath the car. Ran it for about 15 minutes. No oil out the gearbox, because obviously that spins when it's in neutral still, so there's no leak from there. The diff I'll only find out when I go for a drive, so I'm gonna go home and I'll check it when I get home, see if there's any leaks. But yeah, cheers for watching, and see you next time.